Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it is only 5 minutes long. A normal Reiki session with me does last for an hour. After we do the Reiki micro session, we're going to follow that up with 5 minutes of questions where you can ask whatever's on your heart or whatever is on your mind. But first, we're going to do the Reiki. And so, Reiki is good for a whole lot of different things. It can be good for improving finances, for improving physical health, for improving emotional health, mental health, for improving relationships, pretty much anything that is bigger than you and you would like some help with. Reiki is a good thing to turn to. So, for today, I think for the Reiki, what I'm going to do is set the intention for all of you who watch for improved physical health plus whatever is most beneficial to each of you as individuals as well. So those are the intentions we're going to set. If anybody has any Reiki questions, this is a great time to ask those. Let me go ahead and get this started. All right, so we're starting Reiki at 49 after the hour. That means we're going to finish it up at 54 after the hour. Welcome, welcome to all of you. For those of you who did not hear, the Reiki is for improved physical health today and also for whatever's for your highest and best interest. Thank you for that thumbs up already. I appreciate that. Glad to see you all in the room. And I think we are going to say once again the things that we're grateful for. And I think what I'm going to choose today, I'm picking Native American spirituality. I don't know as much as I would like to know about it, but what I do know I'm grateful for because it gives a perspective of sacred spirit that just makes a lot of sense to me and is very grounded. Ricky Jorgensen, hello, hello. Welcome back. 2 days in a row. Look at you. What are you grateful for today, Miss Ricky? Also, does anybody here have any questions about Reiki? This is the best time to ask those questions while we're doing Reiki. Trisha C, hello, hello. Welcome. Glad you're here, my dear. What are you grateful for today, my dear? Welcome to everybody here. We're glad you're here. Adding to the energy in the chat room. We have 3 more minutes left of Reiki. Those of you who have questions about Reiki, this is the time to ask those. Happy to answer any questions you may have. Ricky, did you see, I had answered your question. Did you see I got a hold of you on Skype after the video went out yesterday? Can Reiki align your spine? How long has your spine been out of alignment? The answer is yes, actually, but I'm assessing like how long we should actually expect that to take. So how long has your spine been out of alignment? Ten years and it's off and on. So I'm going to say spine being in alignment is probably a continuous thing, but you're probably feeling it off and on is sort of what I'm getting from that. So that's a long time. Now, the reason I ask that, Trisha, is because with Reiki, if you have something that happens suddenly, then usually one session can fix it. So like somebody who has a fall and breaks a bone or is in a car crash and, has injuries like that. If you get to them quickly before it's an old thing, usually one session, maybe 2 or 3, but usually one session will get you back to square. If it's something that's been going on a while, then it takes persistent and consistent use of Reiki to get back to good. No, we'll check your Skype, Ricky. I'm used to you always being on Skype, so I just put it there. Because my internet went out and like the whole session got cut off way shorter than I realized. So, Trisha, I'd be happy to talk to you more personally about your particular situation. If you want to call me or text me, my phone number is listed on the website that's in the description box below. I don't charge anything just to talk to you about it. But I can explain to you a little bit more about Reiki and how it works, and we can sort of look at if it would even be something that you would be interested in, if it would, how beneficial it would be, things like that. You're quite welcome. All right, so we've actually got 5 minutes of Reiki in. That wraps up the micro session. All right, so now we're moving over into question mode. This is your chance to ask questions, whatever's on your heart, on your mind. I'll take those questions to Sacred Spirit, pull out some tarot cards, see what we get for the answer for you. I'll be here for 5 minutes doing that. And by the way, I always forget to say this until halfway into the thing, but super chats are never required, but always appreciated. Who has a question for me? You'll throw your questions up in chat so I can answer them for you. If you have a question that is really private and you don't want to put it in the public chat like this, then you may want to check out my 1 and 2 question readings on my website. Somebody's got something on their mind. I just flopped over a whole bunch of cards. Somebody's thinking about a question. Somebody's thinking about who they should go back to. Who would it be best for them to go back to? As far as romantically, probably. That's my furnace kicking on. I apologize. I know it's going to sound like I'm in a wind tunnel. I haven't figured out what to do about that. It's one of those grin and bear it moments. Aqua moon. Hello, hello. Reiki's already over, honey, but we're answering questions now if you have a question. So far, I've been here and nobody has asked me a question. I've never had nobody ask me a question. Oh, somebody's having a hard time letting go of a person who's broken. They're either broke financially or they're just really broke mentally and emotionally. And you know it's the right thing to let go of that person, but you're having a hard time doing that. I don't know who that relates to, but I just had cards fall, so I figured I'd tell you about them. Maybe it's going to be for somebody who watches the video later. Oh my goodness, Ricky, thank you. I'm taking it you saw your Skype. Okay, what's your ex's first name? First name only, please, my dear. I appreciate that, Ricky. Thank you so much. Hello there, Candace. Welcome, welcome. You're here during question time if you have a question. Aqua, what's your ex's first name, sweetheart? Oh, he's the one that showed up in the cards. Gotcha. All right. Is Brian driving by Aquaman's house without really any reason to do that other than to drive by her house? I would say that he's not. So this doesn't mean he's not driving by your house, but this would mean that if he is actually driving by your house, he does have some reason to be taking that route. Now, this also could be that he's just not driving by your house, too, the way I worded that question. Let's see. Candace. Candace wants to know, will she get the housing in Fort Mill? Well, apparently he is coming up with a reason other than just to check on you or check on your house or whatever, however you want to word that. So he's not purely stalking. He's making productive use of his stalk time. All right. So will Candace get the house in Fort Mill? We actually have a tie here, which is kind of unusual. This should be a pretty simple yes or no question, but a tie just means that Sacred Spirit wants you to know something. So the first thing is actually coming up, you actually have a Two of Wands, which tells me you have a choice about your housing. And really, whichever choice, whichever way you go with is going to be fine. You have the Five of Wheels in reverse, which also talks about the idea that um, whatever your choice is, I think, is going to be loosening up your budget a little bit. Although we've got the Four of Wheels in reverse, I think the initial outlay, there will be an initial outlay of money for that. Um, Ace of Swords in reverse. How does that play out? There's something here about you giving advice to somebody. Let me turn that off. It's awful loud. There's something here about you giving advice to somebody. Maybe you're even telling somebody how to fill out the forms just right. I'm not sure how that would play into your housing situation, but I see you passing along good information to somebody. And I see the Nine of Swords showing up in reverse. So this isn't really telling me whether you're going to get the housing that you're asking about, but what it is telling me with the Nine of Swords in reverse, that's the end of stress. So you've got a choice. There's more than one choice for housing. I think you're going to find one that financially is better for you in the long run, although there will be an outlay right up front. This is you passing along information. I thought maybe this would be somebody else giving you advice, but it's not. It's you passing along information. Oh, I think that you're going to be applying for housing. You're going to be filling out some kind of paperwork or putting in some kind of application. I don't know if you're going to have to redo this one or if you're going to be putting an application in somewhere else. That's going to be the key that turns everything around. That's passing along the good information. And that's what's going to bring the relief. That's what's going to bring the actual answer. So that's, sorry, it kind of was a roundabout way of that answer coming out, but I'm not sure that you'll get housing at Fort Mill or not, but you will find something, and it has to do with the idea of passing along information. That's going to be your key to getting it. You're ready to move. I hear that. So, Ricky, thank you for that kind gift. Will you see Jesper again? Feeling his energy a lot. You know me. I want to put a time frame on that. That's a wide open question. That could be, will I see him again 3 lifetimes from now in a different body? You're quite welcome, Candace. Will Ricky Jorgensen see Jesper again anytime within the next 2 weeks? Anytime within the next 2 weeks. I figure if you're feeling his energy right now, it'll be sooner than that, probably. Oh, and that is a strong yes. That's a strong yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, thank you, Ricky. I appreciate that. Oh, you're quite welcome, Aqua. Okay, guys. Well, I think that wraps up everything that I have to do here on this video today. Thank you, all of you, for spending some of your precious time with me. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for those of you who are buying private readings and private Reiki sessions and Reiki candles. It is because of all of you guys' support and, of course, all the thumbs ups and the shares. That counts too. And just watching. Because of all of you guys' support at every single level that I'm able to do what I love to do for my living. I love coming to the lives and getting to talk to you guys in person. I love doing the private readings too and getting to know you even better in person. But the lives are so much fun. Thank you for being here. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, peaceful, exciting day. And if I don't see you back here for a live, then I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out, everybody.